What's up, Raider Nation? This is the Violator. You're watching the Raider Homer channel.
Yarg, this is Captain Jack, and you are listening to the one and only Raider Homer here on his YouTube channel. Why aren't you here more often?
Hello, Raider Nation. I'm Raider Homer, and you're listening to the Raider Party Podcast, hosted by Raider Nikki and yours truly.
It's a pleasure to spend time with you tonight. We've got some exciting things to talk about, and I hope you're all ears.
Oh, I'm all ears. So go ahead and tell the Raider Nation a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Nikki, and I'm very happy to call myself a fanatic. I'm not an old school diehard fan, and I'm most definitely not a Straw Hat fan, but I am a big fan of not just the Raider Nation, but our team and the sport of football.
You and I, we met at the NFL draft in Nashville. You know, we hit it off pretty quickly as we shared our goals and thoughts on the Raider Nation. You know, now here we are in our first podcast together.
Yes, and I am so excited about the Raider Party Podcast, aka RPP. There are so many opportunities to spend time with family members, and those who like to party, this is the podcast for you, because we're going to talk about how you can get there, how you can enjoy yourself, and how you can really make your penny work hard for you.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we talked a lot during the draft about, you know, making it to the events that the Raider Nation hosts and how to,
yes.
And you've been teaching me how to travel efficiently, you know, so,
yes.
You know, I guess the podcast, you know, our goals, right, are to bring the Raider Nation together, coast to coast, club to club, you know, in the midst of the Vegas move, right?
Yes. And being able to travel to any city on the globe means that there is a Raider brother, a Raider sister, no matter where you go. Not only are there clubs, but there are fans that are interested in spending time together outside of the games themselves. So there's so many opportunities to make anything that we do a part of a vacation. So you're not just going to the game, but you're going to amazing restaurants, museums, shows. It's really unlimited, the amount of things that you can do on a game day weekend.
Now, you being an experienced traveler, you know, you want to give the Raider Nation some tips and tricks to travel safely and efficiently, right?
Yes, that is the whole point of the RPP. It's a movement to make sure that not only when we're together we're comfortable, but we stay entertained whether we're watching what's happening on the field or we're traveling to any of our many destinations.
Now, during the draft, you introduced me to one of our guests, Mike Sight, of the Raiders Boosters of York. Now, Mike is your travel buddy, right?
Yes, I am so fortunate to have a travel buddy who is actually from a different state. My home club is the DC Metro Raiders Booster Club, also known as DCMR. We are based out of Washington, D.C. My travel partner is based out of the state of Pennsylvania, York, PA specifically. And I'm so excited for our listeners to get a chance to meet him. He is not only an awesome brother, but he's also an amazing travel partner because he shares my passion for having a good time on a penny.
I mean, when I met him, he was a real cool guy. You know, I mean, I'm glad to get him on the channel, you know.
Yes, yes.
And
he's also an amazing cook too.
Oh,
so
yeah?
you know that I'm led by my stomach many times. So certain places that I go to, like I have to make sure that I can eat and I can eat well. So he's a foodie like myself. So we also hope to be able to share some awesome pictures of restaurants that we've been to, recommend some hot spots throughout the U.S. this season.
Excellent. Yeah, I mean, I just got back from Merced, and I had some mishaps in traveling. I'm not very used to traveling, and you've been helping me through the traveling experience. So I'm excited to do this podcast with you. Especially focusing on the tips and the tricks to travel, because there are a lot of fans that are like me that may just be getting into the traveling part of it, or maybe they never traveled before, and they want to travel, and this podcast would help them figure out how to do it efficiently.
Yes. This is an exciting time for our family because we're moving to our new home. So anytime we can share with each other ways that we can be comfortable, whether we're on the road or we're at our new home, the RPP is where you're going to get that information.
Awesome. Now, our second guest, Mike Summers of the Raiders Fan Convention, has been on the channel once before, but this time he's bringing his partner in crime, Sawed Off. So how did you and Mike meet? And Sawed Off, how did you, Mike, and Sawed Off meet?
So this is a crazy story because we physically have never had an opportunity to meet. I've actually been watching the Raiders Fan Convention from afar for so long and have been trying to schedule an opportunity to go to one of the RFCs. And that hasn't happened yet. So I'm looking forward to going to an RFC and taking our listeners with us when we go. But I'm working with Mike and Sawed Off to ensure that whenever we travel to go to an RFC, we're all staying at hotels that are close by, we're all eating at restaurants together, so everybody will know in whatever city that RFC is being held where the most affordable place to eat and to sleep is.
Excellent. And we're going to meet in New York later this year, where the Raiders Fan Convention is going to be. So it'll be nice for us to experience that together for the first time, and become the podcast more than just getting on and talking, but become the podcast that travels and gets out there and sees this thing, and not just talking, like I said, but teaching, and doing.
Yes. I definitely have so many different tips and tricks to share. So each podcast will make sure that we go over the details for upcoming events.
Awesome. So stay tuned, Raider Nation. Make sure you're tuning in to the Raider Party podcast, and because we got a lot coming down the pipe for you.
Yes, I can't wait to party with each and every one of you.
All right, cool. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and get our first caller on.
Hey, Homer, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Great. Mike?
I'm here.
What's up,
Excellent.
Mike?
Homer, we got a three-way going.
Oh, party. Hey, are you down with RPP?
Yeah, you know me.
Now everybody's wide awake and full of smoke.
That's how we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm glad you finally came on, dude. I remember being at the bar in Nashville, and I asked you if you would come on the channel, and you looked at me and you said, "Do I have to answer now?" And I said, "No." And here we are,
I remember bits and pieces of downtown Nashville.
Well, I'm pretty sure you were drinking. You were partying. I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Oh, he was definitely doing things the RPP way.
All right, cool. So, Nikki has some questions for you, and of course, I do too. The channel here, the Raider Homer channel, it's about finding out how people became Raider fans and why they became Raider fans and also, what they do for the Raider Nation. So, before we get into the Raider Boosters of York, tell the Raider Nation why and when you became a Raider fan.
Well, it all went back to when I was probably only waist high. I was probably the black sheep of the family, and among friends, everybody around here rooted for the Baltimore Colts, Philadelphia Eagles, Pittsburgh Steelers, and I didn't want to be like them. I remember watching my first games on TV as a little kid, watching the silver and black uniforms and how the team played, how hard they hit, how much passion they had. It was just something that just resonated with me very quickly. I have a very good memory with certain things. I can remember in 6th grade at school, kids used to pick on me. They would tell me how they thought for sure that the Vikings were going to beat the Raiders in the Super Bowl. The Vikings are a favorite. Didn't really know what that meant in 6th grade. I knew that they were favored, but I didn't know all about the odds and money and everything. And I was like, okay, this was like Thursday and Friday. I was like, okay, we'll see Monday. We'll see Monday morning at school. And all those guys avoided me Monday. They all. I don't even know if some of them were Viking fans. It was just that they singled me out because they knew I was a Raiders fan, and they just wanted to see my team lose. So I remember walking around with my head up high, saying, "My team won, my team won," and and like I said, this was when I was in 6th grade, and so it's been like that my entire life.
Such a great feeling.
Oh yeah, being a Raider for life.
So, Mike, a lot of people are going to ask, what does it feel like to be a member of a club that's the second longest running booster club in the United States of America?
It's a great feeling. I'm a charter member. It all started back in 1990. I still can remember getting that phone call from my brother. My brother and my dad both reached out to me. They saw an article in the paper, the local newspaper, that they want that a Raider booster club, not a fan club, a booster club was forming. And I literally remember just jumping off my seat saying, when and where? Where is this meeting going to be? I was one of the first people there at Murph Study Hall, right across the little creek from York College, Pennsylvania. And 3 gentlemen, Todd Horn, Herb Hurt, and Roy Williams, stood up, introduced themselves, and they said, this is what we want to do. And I told them from day one, I said, I'm all in.
Yes. Yes. And I think this year is the 30th anniversary, right?
Correct. To be technical, we became official the day after my 24th birthday.
Wow.
In 1990. So I was reminded at our family picnic this past weekend that the 30th anniversary is next spring. But so we're 29 years now, but we'll officially be 30 March of next year.
Okay.
So there's 3 founders, and I believe 8 charter members left from the original, like 65, 68 people that showed up at Murph Study Hall.
Wow, what a legacy.
Yeah,
That's just so awesome. That's so amazing.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I've been a part of the Silver and Black of Central Texas since it started in 2006, but, you know, that number's a lot smaller, you know.
Yeah. But I feel like every club, well, clubs in general, whether it's a, booster, black hole, fan, social club, it's such a great opportunity for the nation to get together, for family members to bond, to reinforce not just our love for our team, but our love for each other. And being able to have a legacy, whether it's 2 years or 18 years, like my home club, or, 30 years, just the fact that people are volunteering their time to make these amazing moments happen, and our kids are experiencing this level of camaraderie and community as a core value.
Yeah.
So, Mike, tell us a little bit about some of the cities that you and I are going to be traveling to. I want to give our listeners an opportunity to start planning for cities that they might want to vacation in this year.
Well, Nikki, as you know, we are planning, the two of us are planning to go to the first away game in Minnesota in week 3.
Yes.
I'm very excited about that. I don't get to travel to see the NFC Central Division. I haven't been to too many indoor stadiums, and I'm also just looking forward to doing the sightseeing before and after the game in Minnesota.
Yes. If we're lucky, we're going to get tickets so that we can go to Prince's museum. It's called Paisley Park, and that should be an amazing experience. So that's Minnesota. What other cities are on our list?
We're definitely doing Houston, Texas.
Woohoo!
Yes.
Seeing the Texans in October.
All right, so Raider Homer, you got to hold on to your hat, hon, because we're coming to you.
That's nice.
All those great people that we met in Nashville.
Yes.
I had no idea Raider Nation was so prevalent in Texas.
Yep.
Until I got to meet people in Nashville. That was great. And then, as we know, we're going to wrap things up in the Northeast by going to the Meadowlands. I know there's lots of Raider fans in New Jersey and New York.
Yes.
And a lot of people are excited for us to come visit them also.
I can't wait. And if Raider Homer is down with it, we're going to try and do some live podcasting while we're in New York. So that's going to be awesome. New York, New Jersey, here we come.
Oh, I'm definitely down with
RPP. Everyone I speak to about this trip, some people's mouth dropped open. They're like, "Are you going?" I'm like, "Well, not am I going." I said, "Nikki and I are leaving Friday afternoon. We are leaving Friday afternoon for a Sunday game. We're spending all weekend in New York City."
We're making it a vacation. It's going to be amazing.
I love mini Raider vacations.
We really want our listeners to consider joining us. All the information that we're sharing on RPP is widely available, and feel free to contact us so that you can communicate with us. The ideal time frame to do that is before an event, because once we get on site, we are going to be very focused on getting our party on. But we definitely would like to answer questions you may have. Please feel free to get in touch with us. Our contact information, we're going to talk a little bit more about that later, the best way you can contact us.
For now, you can contact us at RaiderHomer1@gmail.com, or you can call the channel at 512-298-2407 and leave a 3-minute voicemail with any questions that you may have. But, I'm looking forward to these trips that you have. Like, you'll be able to cover the Minnesota game. We'll be able to do something in Houston and in New York. So that's beneficial to the podcast, and showing people how to do it.
Yes. I'm also going to be in Green Bay for the Green Bay game with my mentor. So listeners are going to get a chance to find out who my mentor is. So stay tuned for future podcasts to find out who this person is.
Teaser. Okay, so is there anything that you would like to share with us?
The only thing I can say right now is, like I said, I'm just, I'm stoked about this coming season. I've known Peggy Holmes for several years. She's been to our boys' family picnics, and just by chance, I met Nikki last year. She came up to the Waterway Bar and Grill to watch the Steelers game, and we hung out, did some shots, cheered for Silver and Black, and we just hit it off. And now we're good friends and travel companions, and she's such a social butterfly, and she's so good at getting together all these different clubs. Like she said, doesn't matter if it's a booster club, fan club, black hole. She's very good with emails and social media, getting everyone together. So I'm looking forward to getting together with all these different people that she's been in contact with and people that I met.
All right, cool. Final thoughts, Nikki?
It's so exciting. These are exciting times. There's no one else in history that's going to be able to tell the stories that we're going to be able to tell right now. And every moment that we have to celebrate and to enjoy each other as a family is priceless. It's historic. And I want everybody to be present and be able to enjoy things at the highest possible level, and also at the most affordable level too. So I want each listener to know that everything that we're doing is for you. And I hope to be able to see you at an event. Please feel free to come and give me a hug. I love hugs. And let me know where you're traveling to and what you're doing. And feel free to share your tips and tricks with me too. That's what this is all about, enjoying the next couple of months until we move into our new home next year. So I look forward to keeping the conversation going.
Awesome. And
absolutely.
So, now, Mike, I appreciate your time on the channel, dude. Thank you for coming on, man. I'm glad I got you on here. It was nice to hear a little bit of the history.
Thank you for having me. Like I said, I haven't. I do remember you from Nashville. I'm just glad. I'm glad Nikki was able to help put this all together.
Oh yeah, it was nice meeting you.
Thank you, Mikey. I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you.
All right, Nikki, we're rolling now. You lined up that interview and you knocked it out of the park. And
thank you, brother.
No problem. Part of the podcast, though, right, is tips and tricks. So you were telling me about the Hopper app. Why don't you talk a little bit about the Hopper app and how you use it to travel around?
Yeah, so guess who turned me on to the Hopper app? It was actually Mike, my travel partner. In the past, I've always done this, and that is go to, Travelocity or some other site just to see how flights stack up against each other, to see what was the best time for me to leave and what was the most affordable price within the time frame that I needed to depart or arrive at a particular location. When Mike shared with me that Hopper app does all of that work for you, I had to check it out. And one of the things that you have to take into account is that each app is going to boost a certain number of airlines. So Southwest isn't on there, but Spirit Airlines is one of the airlines that they boost. So what I suggest that a person does after they download the Hopper app is to just pick a city that they think they're going to be traveling to within the next, 3 or 4 months, and just see what airlines have frequent flights to that city. And the Hopper app just refined their app even more. So they'll tell you what's the best buy, what's the shortest flight, in addition to telling you what the most affordable price is. It is awesome, and it's easily downloadable via iTunes or Google Play Store.
Yeah, you showed me that app, and I was looking at it, and you were telling me how to travel with it. And, I appreciate it, because flying out is expensive.
Welcome.
And any way to save money, is valuable. Any
and
way
I should also note that one of the reasons why I'm so deep into it is because I don't prefer layovers. So the app also allows you to filter by layovers. You might spend a little bit more, but trust and believe the time that you save and the ability to be able to stretch your legs and knees more quickly is a core value.
Awesome. I'll be using the Hopper app to get plane tickets to New York this year, where we're going to meet, as we just talked about, and where the Raiders fan convention is going to be. And Mike Summers of the Raiders fan convention is our next guest, as well as Sawed Off. Now, we heard a little bit about Sawed Off on the channel, but this is going to be his first appearance, so let's go ahead and get those guys on the line. Okay, Raider Nation, we're back, and we have Mike Summers of the Raiders fan convention. Unfortunately, we were unable to get a hold of Sawed Off. He's busy in the studio putting down some fat tracks. Okay, Mike, it's good to have you back on the channel. You came on the Raider Homer Superfan show, so I appreciate you coming back onto the channel. So before we get started, how's everything going with Burning Cereal?
Burning Cereal. Everything's going great. 230 videos, shooting some new footage all the time, and the feedback's great. I love eating.
Yeah, me too.
Mike, it is so awesome to have you on the phone. I've been a fan of RFC, aka Raiders Fan Convention, for a long time, and I cannot wait for my first experience at a convention. And I was always wondering in the back of my head, how did RFC get started? Did you just wake up one day and go, let there be RFC? How did it get started?
Well, how it got started is, like most people, just blogging and chatting with friends about Raider football. We were chatting on the Fox Sports site, the Raiders sports site on the Fox online, and a bunch of us were there consistently. I mean, all the time, and thousands and thousands and thousands of pages racked up, and we talked about players, and we did that for a little while, and then we decided that some of the core group that were there all the time, hey, why don't we meet up at a game? Why don't we go the Saturday before a game, hang out, tailgate, and then go to a game? And then we decided, hey, why don't we give it a name? Hey, why don't we do this next year? Hey, why don't we do it consistently? And me and a couple people started it up and started going, and then the other people dropped out. And then it's been me and Sawed Off since 2008. And it's just a gathering of the silver and black, a place for the Raider Nation to go as a family, bring the kids, let's have a good time, let's meet some super fans, we'll bring in some players, we'll bring in some entertainment, and that's how it started. It's been going ever since.
So awesome. You know what I really love about RFC is that every single age group of Raiders fans is represented at RFC. In fact, even kids that are 12 and younger, they get in for free. I mean, that is crazy that there's an event where family members can come and they don't even have to worry about covering the costs for their kids. So you've got kids programming, plus it's affordable. That is so, so awesome. And, of course, for the grown and sexy, as well as those that are over 21, we also have our entertainment. We've got our music. We've got our super fans. And, we've got so much going on for every single age group when you come to RFC. It's hours and hours of nonstop fun. Now, you also have an app, and I think it's so important that we talk about the app. The Raider Party Podcast, a.k.a. RPP, is a big fan of apps. We talked about the Hopper app in one of our episodes, and now I want to talk about the RFC app.
Okay. Well, it's free. We wanted a way to communicate with the Raider Nation and let them know where our next events are, what's going on, some of the details, what players are coming, and all that. So we built an app. Wasn't cheap, but we made it so it's free for everybody, and it has not only the locations and things that are going on, but it has Raider music available within it. 4Dub, Dim Raider Boys, some other groups are in the app. You can purchase direct through there. Also, there's scrolling Raider news up to date, including Twitter news. I mean, we've got live, up-to-date news scrolling through the app. You can find out where the events are. It's a great way to stay in tune with what's going on with the Raider Nation, and it's priced right. Free.
Yes.
Yes, everybody go to your Google Play or App Store and download it.
That's right. So it's available on iTunes as well as the Google Play Store. And if you do not download the Raider app, you also are going to be missing out on discounts as well. The only way that you can get those discounts is if you download the Raider app. So listeners, please go and download the app.
Raiders Fan Convention app. Yes, there's discounted tickets through the app on pre-sale. Everybody should have it. There's no reason not to. It's free.
Yeah. Now, also, another way that people can purchase tickets to RFC events is to go to Eventbrite, because that is another way to purchase tickets and download the tickets to your wallet. Another convenient way to stay in touch, stay in tune, and make sure that you're in the right place at the right time for the convention.
Yeah, and what we do, we try to make it easy to access, easy to get in, affordable for the family, so everybody can go, and it's just a matter of getting off your butt and going.
Easy. So easy. Now, let's talk about the next event that's coming up, because I know that there are at least 3 more RFCs this year, but I specifically want to talk about San Diego, which is coming up August the 31st.
Yes, August 31st. So we're having an event in San Diego. I think it's our 5th or 6th year in San Diego. So, yes, we had the event when the Chargers were in San Diego, and we don't care. You know, Raider Nation, Blackout any city. That's how we do.
Hey!
Yeah. So it's August 31st at the Handlery, Handlery, Handlery Hotel and Resort. Beautiful place. And we'll have it there from 11 a.m. to 5 on Saturday, August 31st. It's going to be amazing. We're flying in from Texas, 2-time Super Bowl champ Kenny King. He'll be there. Take pictures, meet the players. I talked to him today. He is so excited to come and meet the whole nation, and we need to show up and support. So not only is Kenny King going to be there, we'll have vendors with all your favorite Raider merch. We'll have Dim Raider Boys performing, 4Dub's performing, Effective is performing, Sonoff is going to be DJing. We'll have raffles. We'll have the famous RFC rock, paper, scissors contest, and the champion gets a custom mug.
Yeah,
we have just a great time. Yeah.
Oh, my God. And then super fans, my favorite.
We're flying in Gorilla and Violator, and there'll be a ton of super fans in there. And quit watching everybody on TV and come meet them in person, because they're all amazing people.
Oh,
bring the kids because they get in free. Come on.
Yes. This is why I am so hyped about RFC. Come on. Like I said, the second you all know that I'm going there, I want to see you there. I want big hugs from you there. You've got to go to RFC. If you've never been to one before, this is the year You need to go.
Yeah.
You need to go.
What happens is I usually will go around and I'll talk to everybody because I want to make sure everybody's having a good time because that's really the priority. And I'll talk to people, and when I can tell when somebody's new because they look like it's Christmas Day and they just got that bicycle they've been waiting for forever. They're glowing, their eyes are they are in amazement mode, like they just opened that bicycle. They're so excited. I usually will get a hug. Thank you, for having the event. It is such an epic event for a Raider fan that missing it, you're just going to hear about it and then you're going to be all pissed at yourself.
Oh, my word. That's happened to me so many times. Right now, I'm going crazy for my next opportunity to come to this event. And I am so sad that I won't be able to come to San Diego. But I'm expecting listeners. I'm expecting listeners to call me and tell me everything because I plan on being at RFC either and or both in October and November. So I plan on being there.
Yeah, we've got, so this year so far, we've been to Phoenix, 1,500 people in Phoenix. Amazing.
Oh, my, wow.
We've been to Seattle. We've had that one. We've got San Diego coming up. We've got New York coming up.
Oh, my gosh.
Las Vegas is coming up.
So, yes, our home, our new home.
We're trying to bring it to everybody. Yeah. We need people to do a show. Let's go.
Yeah, this tour, right? You've expanded the number of states that you're going to, and you plan on expanding to more states, right? And keep growing the Raiders fan convention.
Oh, yes. I'm trying to get them to come to Washington, D.C. You know that. I'm lobbying. I am lobbying.
Yes. You beat me to it. I was just getting ready to beg for him to come to Texas.
Yeah, we get requests to come to all cities, but the main thing is we need people to show. Yeah. People can talk about it all they want, but we spend a pretty penny to get all these people together and have a great time in a nice facility and keep it inexpensive and keep it so the kids are free. We just need the nation to show up, share, and come have a good time because once people go, they'll usually keep going because it's good, clean fun. Is there alcohol and food available? Yes. But it's not a drunk fest. It's not about that. It's a family event. We have a good time, catch a buzz, listen to some great music, buy some merch, meet super fans, meet a legend, take pictures. Don't miss it.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. And, of course, RPP is going to show up and show out. You know this.
Fantastic.
All right, cool. Well, Mike, I appreciate you coming back on the channel, and spending some more time with us. Brother. And, we'll definitely get you back on to talk more about the Raiders fan convention and to get get the word out there more and more and get those people there for you,
Yeah. Yep. I appreciate you guys.
All right. Cool.
Thank you, brother.
Talk to you in a bit. Bye-bye.
Bye. Well, it was nice hearing from Mike Summers of the Raiders Fan Convention and Raider Nation. Make sure you make it to those events. Download that app and get out there, man. Super fans, Raider legends, and Mike and Sawed-Off are good people too, man. I've heard a lot of good things about the Raiders Fan Convention, and I definitely recommend it. And I will be there in New York for my first time, and I'm excited.
Well, we appreciate Mike and Sawed-Off and the RFC franchise so much. Please download the RFC app as soon as you possibly can so that you will know when RFC is coming to a town near you.
Well, Nikki, I'm glad we took our time to put together this Raider Party podcast. We've been talking about it for, 2 or 3 months, and I think there was a good first episode, We'll keep getting better and better.
It will. There's so many more events coming up, and I just want to make sure that our listeners know everything that they need to know to continue to party on a penny.
Absolutely. All right, well, like I said, I enjoyed it. I can't wait to see you again and to see where we take this podcast.
It's happening, brother. It's happening.
All right, Raider Nation, take it easy.
Well, Raider Nation, it was a pleasure spending time with you. I look forward to next time. Stay tuned for the next RPP.